Welcome to Rebel Woo
with your hosts Eddie Daniels
and Nati Eddie,
where we're breaking rules, raising vibrations, and rewriting the script of reality.
This is your space to ditch the BS, embrace your authentic self, and explore the wild, untamed magic of life.
Are you ready to rebel, rise, and rock your soul?
Are you ready to rebel, rise, and rock your soul?
Let's do this!
Have you ever looked around and thought there's got to be more to life than this? Just saying. And that's exactly why we started Rebel Woo, so we could finally have the kind of conversations that question everything we've been taught. I'm Nati, and this is Eddie, my partner in all things rebellious.
Oh, we're so psyched that you're here. Welcome to the very first episode of Rebel Woo. This has been brewing for a long time, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've ever felt like life isn't adding up, like there's got to be something deeper, something more aligned, you're not crazy.
No, absolutely not.
You're waking up. Simple. And this right here is exactly where you're meant to be right now.
Yeah, you guys know the drill, right? You go to school, get good grades, land that safe job, grind it out for like 40 plus years, and maybe retire in time to enjoy what's left of your life, right? You know, and if you're lucky, you get the house, the car, the spouse, the 2.5 kids, and hopefully a pension that still exists by then.
Probably not.
Sound familiar?
And that conditioning doesn't just come from society. It starts way earlier at home. We're told that success, what it looks like, how to act, how to be, be polite, stay small, don't question too much, make your parents proud, and definitely don't rock the boat.
Yeah. And just to keep us performing, we're dropped into this high-speed hamster wheel of comparison, right? Out-earn them, outwork them, be the best. And suddenly, success just becomes like survival. It's not about purpose. It's about pressure. We start chasing goals we never even chose.
Yeah.
Measuring our own worth by bank accounts, job titles, how impressed other people are. And before we know it, we're living someone else's dream, disconnected from our own truth, divided from each other, like what's happening right now, and drifting further from the version of ourselves that we came here to remember.
And while everyone's out here trying to make it, most people are just trying to make it through the damn week.
Yeah.
Living paycheck to paycheck, burnt out, stretched thin.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, that's how the system keeps us small, keeps us tired, distracted, too busy surviving to even ask the question, wait, is there another way? But what if there is more?
Yeah. What if the life you were told to want is just a distraction from who you really are? Eventually, you'll start to feel it. That quiet nudge, that gut feeling, right? The one that says, there's more to fucking life and more to me. Like, beneath all the noise, the real you has been waiting for you to actually fucking notice.
And the moment you start asking those questions, who am I? Why am I here? That's when everything starts to shift.
Yeah. And that's when shit starts getting weird in the best way. Like, maybe you've had those wild synchronicities, thinking about someone, and suddenly, out of the fucking blue, they text you. Or seeing the same numbers, like, everywhere. Like, the universe is waving at you, like, going, hey, wake up!
Yeah, no, or deja vu moments, that hit you so hard, it stops you mid-step, like, wait, I've lived this before. Or maybe you've met someone for the first time, but deep down, it felt like you already knew them, like you've met before, even if you can't explain how.
Yeah.
Those types of synchronicities.
Yeah. And then going back to that, gut feeling, you can't explain it, but you feel it. And it's just so primal almost. Yeah. You just know something's off, or that you're meant to take a totally different path, even if it makes no logical sense.
Yeah. If you've ever felt like you're waking up to something, seeing life a little differently, questioning the script you were handed, you are so not alone.
No.
I mean, if you've ever thought, am I losing it?
Yep. Been there.
No, you're not crazy. You're remembering. And the woo,
That's not some side note. That's
no.
the key. The woo is the key.
The woo is the key.
The
The
woo
woo
is
is
the
the
key.
key.
It's the energy, the unseen, the thing they never taught us that's been shaping everything alongside us.
Yeah.
Without it, we still be sleepwalking through someone else's version of reality.
You're not here to become someone new either. You're here to remember who the fuck you've always been. Before the stories, before the expectations, before the conditioning.
Yeah, and when you start breaking free from all of that, life doesn't just get better. It gets fucking magical.
You start seeing possibilities.
Yeah, you start seeing possibilities where there used to be walls. You stop living on autopilot and you start actually creating your own life.
And that's when the shit really happens.
Yeah.
The shit and the shift.
Yes, the shift.
When you realize you're not just here to survive, right? You're here to thrive.
Absolutely.
To live with joy, to trust your own damn intuition. And once you feel that truth, there's no going back.
Yeah, and that's why we're here, to explore all of it. The mindset shifts, the shadow work.
I love shadow work.
Energy healing, everything. The real talk about what it means to wake up to your own power and live a life that actually feels good on your terms. No rules, no gurus, just real raw conversations that remind you how limitless you really are.
So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it.
This is it.
You're right on time. And this is just the beginning. Yeah. So hit the follow button, grab your favorite drink, and let's stir some shit up together.
Let's go. Welcome to Rebel Woo.
Let's do this. Let's do this. We should tell you a little bit about us, though, first.
Yeah. So before we dive into this wild ride, let's rewind it just a little bit. Because Eddie and I, we didn't meet in some crystal-filled temple or a yoga retreat, clearly. We met in a band.
An all-girl band, no less.
Yeah. The band was called Maxi Tit, the Bad Kitty Posse.
Yes.
And that was not a stage name. That was the name.
It was wild. I was the lead screamer.
You were, sure were.
She was the drummer.
Yes.
I mean, we were young, loud, reckless, causing chaos and loving every minute of it.
Yeah, bold, unapologetic, and absolutely not giving a damn what anyone thought. That was over 20 years ago. And somehow, through all the madness, we've been growing and evolving together ever since.
Yeah. But that rebel spirit, that never really left.
Nope.
At first, it was about flipping off the system, questioning everything, refusing to be shoved into a box.
And honestly, not much has actually changed, except now we're flipping off the system with intention. Raising the vibe while breaking the rules. That's what Rebel Woo is all about. Rebellion with fucking purpose.
Exactly. Questioning everything, letting go of what doesn't resonate, and evolving the whole damn time.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's what we realized along the way. Rebellion isn't just about fighting back. It's about seeing the game for what it is, for what it really is, and remembering why we chose to play in the first place.
Yeah, that part is huge. Because when we come into this world, we forget. That's part of the setup, right?
Yeah, we take on roles, face challenges, live through experiences that shape us. But, the real journey it's waking up to all that and finding our way back to our authentic soul-aligned selves.
Yeah. Real freedom isn't about resisting. It's about remembering.
Yeah.
Recognizing the illusion, learning the lessons, and cutting through the noise to reclaim who the fuck we really are.
Claim that shit, bitch.
That's right.
And right? And once you start remembering, it gets real weird.
In the best way weird.
Yeah. You start questioning everything. Yeah. You stop just accepting things. And if you're anything like us, and let's be honest, we're a little cray-cray.
Yeah.
You go all the fucking, you go in all the way. You want to crack the code. You want to know it all.
So yeah, for the last decade plus, we've been deep in it. We've become Reiki masters, crystal healers, explored kinesiology, hypnosis, astrology, breath work, sacred geometry, you name it.
Yep. We got into Qigong, brain rewiring, fascia maneuvers, sound healing, frequencies, meditation, manifestations, the law of attraction. We've soaked up some, wisdom from, top teachers. You got, Tony Robbins, Joe Dispenza, Bashar, Abraham Hicks, Dolores Cannon, say Sylvia Eckhart Tolle. The list goes on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah,
I'm not going to bore you with
honestly, we're still learning and always will be. I mean, this is a lifelong journey for us.
It's been so much fun. And here's what we've realized. There's no one size fits all. Yeah. No single blueprint. Everyone's path looks fucking different, right?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it,
Yeah, it's messy. Yeah. It's weird. I mean, sometimes you feel like you're losing your mind before you have a breakthrough.
Yeah.
We've learned, we've unlearned and relearned more times than I can count. And what clicks for one person might totally fall flat for someone else.
Yeah, but you know what? Underneath it all, we're all headed in the same direction, right? I mean, for the most part, back to the truth of who we really are.
Yeah, and real talk. I mean, we weren't always into the woo stuff. I mean, I had a little taste of it when I was a kid. I went to like an Edgar Cayce camp growing up where we meditated and learned how to read auras and all that cool stuff.
I wish I would have done that.
I know, but your childhood wasn't like that though.
No. Nope, not even close. But, then a friend handed us the Flower of Life books by Drunvalo Melchizedek. And our whole world opened up to something that felt like solely authentic, It was like flipping a switch, Suddenly, everything just started making sense.
Yeah.
And that's where our journey really began.
And that's when shit started getting real. I mean, like the universe smacking you in the face kind of real.
Yeah. Like the synchronicities were like fucking ridiculous.
Oh my God. Stuff we couldn't explain.
Yeah. The more we asked, the more we challenged, the more we saw through the fucking illusion, right?
Yeah. Remember the Sedona trip?
Oh, fuck. Yeah. The Sedona trip. Yeah. We had just read the Flower of Life books. And I swear it felt like our souls just got like an upgrade. Whoop! It was 70 degrees outside, sunny, gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But we weren't sure if it was time to head home or not. So we asked the universe for a sign. Should we stay or should we go?
Yeah. So the next morning we wake up and open the window, pull back the drapes, and our car is completely covered in snow.
Yeah. We were like, what the fuck? Okay, universe.
Thanks, universe.
That was so wild. And that time, that also time that I asked for a specific outcome to test it a lot. I said, okay, universe, I want to see a rainbow unicorn. And the very next day, I'm on a group coaching call, and right behind the coach is a freaking rainbow unicorn. Like, really, that was like total mic drop moment.
Yeah, and don't get us started on our abundance candle rituals. We light these babies up, and boom, random money. Refunds, bonuses, bills, settlement checks.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Random residuals.
No joke.
Yeah, every time. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
We should light more of those, actually.
Yeah, actually, we should. The synchronicities are constant, right? Like repeating numbers. Mine's 911. I see it fucking everywhere.
For a lot of people, it's 1111.
So much so that I literally started taking photos, and I have an actual album on my iPhone right now. Yeah, dedicated just to that.
You should post some of that on the site. Yeah. They're really cool. But after a while, you can't deny it because it's too obvious, too aligned.
Yeah, and once you start noticing it, you really can't unsee it.
Yeah.
You start realizing it, that you're in a living, breathing conversation with the universe. It's so cool.
That's it. And you actually have power in that conversation. You can ask for guidance, set intentions, and the universe responds every single time.
If you pay attention, yes, it does. But it's not just about signs, it's about learning how to flow with life instead of constantly fighting with it. Like just last week before bed, I asked my guides for a clear answer to a question, right? Mm-hmm. I said, make it obvious in my dream so I know it's the answer to my question. Okay, went to bed. I kid you not. The dream was not only super vivid, but they replayed the section with the answer 3 times so I wouldn't miss it.
Groundhog Day.
And in the dream, I was like, all right, I got it.
That's the real magic.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not over here, though, pretending that we've got it all figured out, because we're not like...
Not at all.
We don't. We're not handing down scrolls of wisdom. We're just 2 chicks
Yeah.
who have been on a wild ass ride, learning, fucking up, healing, growing, trying things again, and seeing what actually works for us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And so this is a place, where we drop masks, break the rules, and reconnect with our authentic selves. Where we remember who we are underneath it all. This is the real work, the real magic, the stuff that makes you say, why the hell didn't anyone teach me this sooner?
when you have these breakthroughs, like, you want to share it. You want to share it. You want that for your friends, your family, and for everyone.
Yeah. And this podcast isn't about being experts. It's about just being honest, sharing what's helped us, what we're still working through, and giving space for all of it. The magic, the mess, the truth.
Because it's not about perfection. It's about the
No.
process.
Exactly.
The real, raw, messy, beautiful process of remembering who the hell we are.
Yeah. And doing it your own way, right? On your own terms, with love, rebellion, and a whole lot of woo.
A whole lot of woo. We got a whole lot of woo going on.
So now that you know a little bit about us, let's talk about what we're going to be doing in this podcast and a little bit about you, right? Because this podcast is for the seekers, for the rule breakers, for the rebels,
Rah.
the ones who feel deep down that life is supposed to be way more magical, expansive, and aligned than what we've been taught, right? And if you're still listening, something inside of you is already waking up to that truth, right?
And look, we know this whole journey can feel overwhelming as hell. 1 minute, you're just a regular person going about your day, and then the next you're questioning everything, binge listening to spiritual podcasts and Googling how to shift timelines.
Been there.
Yeah.
It's like opening a Pandora's box. Once you start seeing beyond the illusion, you can't go back.
And suddenly.
Yeah. You have all these questions, right? Like, what's manifestation?
How do I break out of old patterns?
Yeah. Is it normal to feel like I don't belong in this reality anymore? Is my cat, my actual spirit guide?
The answer to that one is probably.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that later.
We'll have to ask Finny.
Another episode. The point is that this podcast is here to explore all of it. We're diving into the mysteries, the wisdom, the weird shit, and the real transformational practices that not only make you think, but also shift how you move through life.
Things that make you go, So here's the vibe. Every episode is going to look a little different, right? So sometimes we'll dive deep into a specific topic, like, for instance, manifestation and shifting your reality.
Or awakening your inner power.
Or energy vibration and expanding consciousness.
Or breaking free from limiting beliefs and conditioning.
That's a big one. One of my favorites, magic rituals and sacred practices.
And one of my favorites, astrology and understanding cosmic cycles.
Healing and transforming relationships.
Navigating the spiritual awakening process.
Connecting with your higher guidance and spirit guides.
Love that one.
Yeah. And many more cool topics. So some you may already be into. Some might be completely new. And some might sound way out there. And that's totally cool. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? We're not here to tell you what to believe. We're just sharing what's worked for us.
Yeah, and if you have topics you want us to cover, you can leave them in the comments, and we'll consider it for sure.
And we're still learning and what's out there for you to explore, right? Like,
And other times we might be bringing on a special guest for like a soul-stretching conversation, or we'll sit down with someone and walk through a real-time breakthrough around some limiting belief or an energetic block.
Yeah, we want to keep it like fresh and fun, right? This podcast isn't going to be one size fits all. We're going to switch it up, flow with what feels right, and follow the energy.
Yeah, some episodes will be short and sweet, and others might run a little longer. I mean, if the convo's flowing, we're getting into the good stuff, we're not going to stop. So it might go a little bit longer, but we're aiming for being in about the 30-minute zone for episodes on average.
Or so, So some will be more, some might be less, just depends.
Yeah. So this is your invitation to join us each week and get curious.
Get curious.
Tune in, try things out, and follow what feels true to you.
And you want to talk about a little bit about how the episode's going to flow?
Yeah, so they know what to expect.
Sure. So now that you got a taste of the kinds of things we'll be diving into, let's talk about how we're doing this, right? Because this isn't just going to be one of those podcasts where You listen, you feel inspired for 5 minutes, and then you go back to the same old shit, right?
Yeah. No, we're not here to just talk at you. This is an experience, interactive experience. So every episode is going to be designed to take you deeper into yourself, your energy, your power. But we're not just going to drop knowledge bombs. We're creating space for actual transformation.
Exactly. So here's how it's going to go down. All right. So each episode, we're going to dive into a new theme, whether it's just us speaking or with a guest. Some episodes are going to be real deep. Some might feel a little weird. Some might melt your brain in the best possible way. But every single one is here to shift the way that you see life, right?
And we're not just giving you info. We want you to feel it, apply it, and live it.
Yeah, which is why we're keeping it interactive. After every topic, we're going to hit you with a journal prompt, right? Something real, something reflective and powerful to help you go inward and uncover your own insights.
And we highly recommend that you pause the video so you can write it down, because let's be honest, some of the biggest shifts happen when you sit down and actually ask yourself the right fucking questions. That's where the magic starts.
Yep. And then we'll drop in a small action step, something simple but powerful
to practice during the week.
Right. It might be a challenge, a ritual, an energetic experiment, a mindset shift, something you can actually do today to start embodying what we're talking about.
Because awareness is cool, but real change, that happens when you take inspired action.
Absolutely, yeah. And then we're going to take it even deeper with a short guided meditation, right? At the end of each episode. It should be about like 5 minutes, you know. This is where you get to drop in, clear old patterns, connect to your truth, and feel a shift in your body.
Yeah, so to recap, every episode we've got deep conversations, journal prompts to get you reflecting, action steps to ground it in, and guided meditation to lock it all in on an energetic level.
Yeah. And that's the Rebel Woo flow. Mind, body, energy, soul, all of it.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Ow! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey,
all right.
Hey. All right. Okay, so now it's time for your first official Rebel Woo challenge. Because like we said, it's not just about listening. It's about doing. It's about becoming the most authentic, most lit up, most you as fuck version of yourself.
Yeah. So, ready for your first prompt?
Yes.
Okay. Where in your life have you been playing by someone else's rules instead of your own? Where in your life have you been playing by someone else's rules other than your own? Be honest. No filters. No I don't knows. Trust me, you do know. It might not be obvious at first, but once you start writing, shit's going to come up. So just get a pen, start writing. Just start writing anything that comes up.
And don't just look at the big in-your-face stuff. Sometimes it's the real rules we follow are the quiet ones, the ones we don't even know were there.
Yeah.
Like thinking you have to be productive 24/7 to be worthy, or that you need permission to do something that actually makes you happy. What?
Yes, exactly. Or staying on a path just because that's what people expect you.
Right. That's a big
to do,
one.
like parents, partner, society, all that stuff. If you've ever caught yourself saying, well, that's just the way it is, that's probably a rule. That's not even yours. Big one.
Yeah, exactly. So really sit with it. Take some time. Sit with it. Where are you still on autopilot? Where are you making choices based on someone else's blueprint instead of your own truth?
Write it down. Get it all out. Write it all out. Awareness is always the first step. And then once you see the pattern, you got the power to break it. It gets easier.
And now your action step. Pick one belief or pattern to break free from this week. It doesn't have to be massive. Yeah. Start small. Start rebellious. Say no when you'd usually say yes.
Yeah, catch a limiting thought and question the hell out of it.
Yeah, or do something totally random just because you fucking can.
Yes, like order the weirdest thing on the menu just to see if you like it, like those sea urchins.
Ew, no, we don't want to traumatize your taste buds. Just take a different route home. Every day of the week, take a different route home.
Yeah, it sounds small, but those little shifts, they stack up, right? Every time you challenge a default setting, your mind, your subconscious, I'm in charge.
Yeah. So challenge it.
I'm in the driver's seat.
Test it. Push your edges, even just a little. That's the whole point. Reclaiming your right to choose, to create, reminding yourself that you the boss.
Yeah, not from fear, not from programming, from you. And then pay attention to how it feels, right? Because when you start breaking old patterns, even the sneaky ones, you feel this space up inside of you. You know, you feel this space open up inside of you, right? You're going to have more freedom, more clarity. And that's where the real magic really begins.
Yeah. Are we ready for a guided meditation? Everybody?
Who's ready?
Who's ready?
Who's ready to go deep?
Who's ready? Get comfy. Before we begin, I just got to remind you that if you are driving while listening or doing something that requires your full attention, please come back to this meditation later when you can fully relax and be present.
Or pull over.
Yeah, this is your time to drop in, connect, and shift your energy. All right? Everybody get comfortable. Find a position that feels good, whether you're sitting or lying down. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for a moment. And exhale slowly through your mouth. Let it all go. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply. Fill your lungs completely and hold it. And exhale, slowly releasing any tension. One more time, breathing in. Hold it and sigh it all out. With every breath, allow yourself to sink deeper into this moment. Relax your jaw, soften your shoulders, unclench your hands. Be right here, right now. Now, bring your awareness to the base of your spine. Imagine strong roots growing from your tailbone and the soles of your feet, reaching deep into the earth. Feel them pushing through the layers of rock and soil, deeper and deeper, anchoring you into the energy of Mother Earth. Feel her warmth, her steadiness, her unwavering support beneath you. On every inhale, draw more grounding energy into your roots, your legs, your spine. Now, shift your awareness to the top of your head. Imagine a beam of golden light extending upwards, stretching beyond the sky, beyond the stars, connecting you to the infinite, the source, to pure potential. As you breathe in, feel this light pouring down through your crown, washing over you like a warm glow, filling you with clarity, expansion, and divine wisdom. Let it illuminate every cell in your body. Keep breathing. Now picture these two powerful energies, one rising from deep within the earth, the other flowing down from the cosmos, meeting at the center of your heart. Feel these energies merge and create a radiant, pulsing light in your chest. This is your power. This is your true essence. Take a deep breath in, energy expands, and exhale, letting it flow through your entire being. Now bring to mind a time when you felt like you had to follow someone else's rules. A time when you ignored your intuition, you held back your truth, or played small to fit in. Let yourself remember, without judgment, just observe. Notice how that moment feels in your body. Where do you hold that energy? Maybe it's a tightness in your chest, a heaviness in your stomach, or a tension in your shoulders. Just acknowledge it. Breathe into it with every inhalation. Now imagine that energy as a shape or a color or even a weight sitting in your body. See it, feel it clearly. Now visualize that energy slowly dissolving like a mist with every breath, dissolving like a mist in the morning sun. With every breath out, you release it. With every inhale in, you bring in light, clarity, and cleansing breath of freedom. Keep breathing. Now imagine yourself standing at a crossroads. One path is the way you've always gone, the conditioned path, the expected path. It's familiar, predictable, but it keeps you small. It keeps you stuck. You can see it clearly. It's a loop. Same thoughts, same choices, same patterns, repeating over and over and over and over again. But now look to the other path, the one that is fully yours. Maybe it's unclear. Maybe it feels uncertain, but it's open, expansive, a path where you trust yourself, where you listen to your own truth, where you decide what's possible. As you stand here, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, take a step forward onto this new path. Feel that shift. Feel the weight of old expectations just falling away. Every step forward, you are reclaiming your power. You are stepping into your truth. Let go of the beliefs that you have to be a certain way, or act a certain way, or follow someone else's definition of success or happiness. Take another step. You are free to create your own rules. Free to continue to choose your own path. Keep breathing that in. How good does that feel? Now place a hand over your heart. Feel that energy radiating from within you. This is you, your soul, your truth. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, repeat silently or out loud, I trust myself. I choose my own path. I am free. Feel the truth of these words sinking into your body, into your energy, fully integrating. Let them root deep into your subconscious. This power has always been yours. You will remember it now. Slowly start bringing your awareness back to the present. Wiggle your fingers a little, your toes. Feel the surface beneath you. Take another deep breath in When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Take your time. Carry this energy with you. Noticing where your old patterns show up. Keep choosing the path that is completely yours. No rush. Take all the time you need right here. Just keep breathing as you come back. Stretch if you need to. Let yourself fully come back into your body and into this space. Feel the air around you, the surface beneath you. Wiggle your fingers, roll your shoulders. There's nothing you need to do. Just be here for a few more breaths. You just took a step into your power, into your truth. That's not just something you do in meditation. It's something you carry with you into everything. So as you move through your day, just notice. Notice the patterns that try to pull you back into the old vibration. And when they show up, just remember this moment. Remember that you get to choose something different.
And with that, we're wrapping up this first episode of Rebel Woo. Woo-hoo! We hope this has awakened something that's been waiting for you. We hope this sparks something new in you, giving you a shift, a realization, maybe even a little nudge back towards who you really are.
Yeah, because that's what this journey is about.
Yeah.
Waking up, remembering, breaking free.
So, and having a ton of shit, having a shit ton of fun while we do it.
a shift ton of fun.
Oh, and don't forget your journal prompt.
Yes.
Where in your life have you been playing by someone else's rules? Where in your life have you been playing by someone else's rules? If you haven't written it down, get your pen and paper, do that right now. Make the time, even 5 minutes. Awareness is the first portal.
Journal on it all week. Oh, and your action step. Pick one belief or pattern to break this week. At least one. Come on now.
Yeah, you can do one of them.
Even if it's small. Say no where you would normally say yes. Take a different route home. Do something just because you fucking can.
Yeah. The point is to remind yourself that you're the one driving. You're the one in charge.
And if you need to come back to the meditation, it's here. So just do it. You could do it every night if you want.
Yeah, anytime you need a reset or a reminder or just a moment to realign, right? Just come back to the episode.
And then the next episode, we've got a good one. We're going to be diving into manifestation without the BS.
Yes.
The truth about energy, frequency, and creation.
Yes. We're cutting through the fluff, getting real, and showing you how to actually shift your reality. So before you bounce, make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on all the socials so you can join us for that episode. And if this episode lit something up in you, please share it. Send it to a friend, drop it in a group chat, spread that Rebel Woo energy.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. And stay wild, stay free, and
stay rebellious. And keep breaking the rules. Woo! Thank you for being with us. Thank you.